Hi, welcome back to my channel. It's been a hot minute. I hope you all are doing well. I don't know if you can tell by my red nose and my voice. I've had COVID. Ooh, first time. Ooh, was a doozy. So I've been kind of offline and not doing trailer stuff. Though I've had some saved up, so we're gonna just get on into it, and I'm sorry for the delay, but we're gonna hopefully get back on schedule. Again, I'm not 100% yet, so I couldn't help it. I had to get back into it. I wanted to do videos. Anyway, this is a 2-week-old trailer. I'm behind. I've seen the first one, so now we're gonna watch this one, and trust me, we'll get into this. I promise. What the fuck? Why is he fighting a tiger? I mean, it's hot, but I don't understand. Anyway, okay. Also, you wouldn't believe the trouble I have gone to get back into recording. Not only the fact that I was sick, I had to update my computer. I'm on a Mac. The latest version of Streamlabs, which I used to record these videos, if you didn't know, had to be updated to the most recent OS system, which I think is called like Verdona. I hate it, but I did it. And you know what? A ton of my things are broken. It's annoying. Thankfully, I have some use, but God, this was rough. I had to like transfer stuff. It was a pain in the ass. I'm here now. It's all good. Anyway, actual trailer start. I didn't mind the first trailer. I thought it was cute and fun. I don't know what they're gonna do, and I don't know if Gal Gadot's cameos that have been rumored to be in this movie are cut because she is no longer Wonder Woman there. For those who don't know, we're getting almost a clean slate with the DC. We're keeping the Flash and Aquaman, and we may be the Suicide Squad. We're not clear on that yet, and Amanda Waller. I wish we just did a clean slate, but because I think the Flash did so well in test screenings, they're keeping it, and then Aquaman 2 has been in production for so long. And I don't believe that this movie is going to matter anymore, because I don't think Zachary Levi is returning as Shazam. So again, I don't know if Gal Gadot's cameos are going to remain, but I feel like, and I say multiple because I believe it is multiple, because this is called Fury of the Gods. She is a demigod, if not considered a god herself. So I can see why they would want to keep it, but I also understand why maybe they could be cut, because I believe other cameos have been cut from other projects. Anyway. See, it looks so Amazonian. Look at her. She looks great. Is that a golden apple? That's Helen Mirren, right?
Annihilate everything.
Who are you at war
Champions
with?
of this realm can do nothing to stop us.
You are very menacing. I just want you to know that. A lot has changed in the last few years.
Has it?
The
Please
wizard gave me
explain.
superpowers.
I love that.
Everybody got superpowers. All right, here's the
Didn't they just
situation.
use this song somewhere?
The daughters of Atlas are coming to hunt us.
Children stole the power of the gods. You ripped it from our father's core.
Okay, I feel like maybe I should be writing all this down.
Give us the powers, child.
Your world will not survive this. You want these powers? Come get them! Hey, Khaleesi!
Oh, Khaleesi. Oh, well. I was like, that's a reference. Okay. You can do that. You're HBO. Kind of. Who are you?
We have one job to do. Save the world.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
I can't do this. Take my powers back. You gave them to me, so you can take them back, right?
I spent millennia searching for a worthy champion. You know exactly what must be done.
Billy, what are you doing? I have to do this.
We end this now.
Yeah, we do.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now the
Whoa.
whole team here.
Ooh, that was cool. Ooh.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Alright, they did a lot with this trailer. I feel like they give a lot away. Again, we don't know like all the nitty gritties, but like, damn, they really just like dropped a ton in this second trailer. And again, this is a second trailer and that's usually what they do, but like, damn, they're really teetering that line between like, did we do too much or not? And again, this is March. So this is like less than a month away. Do I think they can do reshoots? They probably can't do reshoots. Maybe they can still work on editing. I haven't heard how this testing for this movie has gone, unlike with The Flash, which everyone's been raving about. But I'm like, okay, maybe they close this out by getting rid of the whole family's powers, including Billy's. So that, like, okay, we can't continue with the story because the Shazam line is over for now. It ends in this world, and then it can, like, allude to, like, but it'll happen again in another world, maybe. I don't know. I think this still looks really good. I think it's a shame that this won't continue, because it's very much like not Marvel, but it's very much like 4-quadrant family oriented superhero movie. Like, it's very on a similar line to like The Incredibles and other movies where I feel like they try to like shoehorn in family moments. It's like the heart of this movie now. It wasn't so much in the first movie, though there were elements of that because Billy felt like an outcast, but now his foster siblings all have this power. So it's a really interesting dynamic that I think would be beneficial to continue with the DCEU. But I believe this is the last definitive in this slate sort of movie, aside from like Aquaman 2. And then obviously Flash will be a spawning off point for the new universe, however that's gonna go. And again, I'm disappointed with James Gunn's decision to not just do a clean total sweep. But again, people like The Flash so much, I believe he was influenced to not do a total sweep. And then also because his wife is on the Suicide Squad cast / the Peacemaker show cast, so he wants to keep her around. And that's just showing dumb biases that I think he shouldn't have gone for, in my opinion. Anyway. Let's break this down. I think the song is fitting, but we've heard this song used before in trailers that I feel like it's overplayed. Like, I feel like I've heard this in a Marvel trailer. I've heard it in, like, the Fast series. I don't know if it has been featured in a Marvel trailer, but it's become a point where I'm like, this is a really repetitive song, or even just, like, rap music in trailers. We gotta do something new with the formula. And I feel like this is getting repetitive. And again, it's a good song, but, like, I feel like it's been done before, and it feels like a safe thing. But again, it fits with the Shazam Billy Batson persona. I understand why they went with that angle. Also, I believe, before I go into like it further, I believe the A acronym for Shazam is Atlas, and that's why these daughters, who I believe are Helen Mirren, and then the voice, Mulan, I believe that's the actress. Where's my phone? Sorry. I recognize her, but I can't remember from where. Oh my god. I also updated my fucking phone and it's been a disaster. Just Apple products, get better. What? No. But that's good to know that I can do that. Okay. Again, there's so many things that pop up. I don't like it. Okay. Shazam to cast. So it says Gal Gadot is to be featured. Why isn't she featured? Helen Mirren, yeah. Where's what? That's not Bonnie Kathleen DeCepolo, is it? Hold on. Google, you're letting me down. It is Lucy Liu. She's Calypso, and Helen Mirren is Hespera. Maybe Lucy Liu wasn't who I'm thinking of as Mulan's voice actress. But I know Lucy Liu. She's, like, pretty iconic. Was she the voice of Mulan? Am I the dummy? I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Of course we're dumb. So I'm happy to see her here. I just feel bad because I feel like this movie is already kind of dead. And it hasn't even come out yet. And I don't know how the box office for this movie will do. Because again, there's clearly been attention brought onto this film. And there's going to be love and dedication behind it. But like, I just feel bad. I feel like this is like a DOA movie because things are already progressing in another direction for the DCEU. But I would like it to do well because I like the cast and I like the idea of this movie. And I think, again, this is like one of the small family-oriented quadrants of the DCEU because the Batman, Joker, and the sequel and other movies have been a lot darker. Even the Flash movie has elements that are serious that maybe could limit a family audience. But here I'm like, this is so guaranteed to get kids to watch it. So I would like to keep them around, but I don't think we are. I don't know if it's been confirmed. James Gunn has been really disappointing me with his reign so far over the DCEU. He's never fired anyone. He's just not hiring them to play their role again. That's how he's getting around it. Because, like, he doesn't want to piss anyone off because he's so active on Twitter and he doesn't want to have, like, the balls enough to be an asshole and be like, yeah, I'm laying down the law. And I believe that's why, again, he didn't do a hard reset. So he's like, no, I just didn't rehire Henry Cavill. No, I just didn't rehire Ben Affleck or Gal Gadot. But I'm keeping Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa. But I feel like that's lazy. But again, I'm sad to lose this because there is stuff here that I think would be interesting to visit, but we're not really gonna get it. Something else I want to look up. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of talking. I haven't done this in a hot minute, so like I'm rusty, but I want to look up Shazam acronym meaning. So it's Solomon, Hercules, Atlas, Zeus, Achilles, and Mercury. Wow, it's all Greek gods? That's kind of surprising. I thought it was more diverse. I know with Tet Adam, Black Adam, the acronym is different. Like I believe Set, the war god in Egypt mythology, is the S, but here it's strictly Greek. And again, like that's why I'm also like upset that Gal Gadot isn't being kept. This is clearly her realm as well. I understand why he's getting rid of her, because Gal Gadot's acting is not consistent, and 1984 was a great disappointment. So I understand that move, but this is so clearly garnered for like that corner, but he's like getting rid of it. As probably most people my age, when they were in elementary school, we all had a Greek and Egyptian phase. It's like such an easy area to explore, and I know we're getting an Amazon show, though not starring Diana. It's gonna be starring other Amazons, and possibly Diana will be born there / made out of clay there, or maybe she'll be garnered through like Hippolyta having, you know, sexual relations with a god. In the Justice League animated series, she was the daughter of Hades. In Gal Gadot's version, she's the daughter of Zeus. So maybe they would go with that angle again. Unless they're just gonna make her out of clay and make her like kind of pure Amazon. We'll see. But again, I feel bad that we're kind of losing that. And I don't know again how much of her things are getting cut. I heard it's being cut, but again, I don't know for sure. It would make sense to cut it because again, she is not returning. And it would be awkward. And also all the Snyder Cut fans who are very potent online would be upset to be like, oh, see, she is here, but then you're getting rid of her. They don't want any more to go against this movie, I don't think. Anyway, let's go into it. This is really cool. I believe maybe this is like Olympus in its prime, or like where like the temple of like Shazam in its prime. I don't know. The temple of wizards. I don't know. But this is so like, as soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh my god, it's an Amazon. It's so clear that Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman should be here because this is like clearly in her element, but it also is going to be weird for her to be there, so it also makes sense to remove it. But it's complicated, and I feel like that's another thing going against this movie. Despite, I think, it looking fun, even though a lot of it is CGI, and I believe it's going to be a CGI mess for the third act, as is per all these blockbuster movies, which I wish they would move away from. But they look really cool, though I will say the armor I wish wasn't so dark. It looks like the muted palette tones of what happened with the Justice League with Joss Whedon's edits, but the costumes in Wonder Woman and the Snyder Cut were a lot more bright. Like, these are really dull, but again, like, they're not Amazonian, so they have to distinct it. And I believe if they're the daughters of Atlas, that means they're like straight up gods, because this is called the Fury of the Gods, or they're demigods like Diana, Wonder Woman. I don't know. But it seems they also have like a wizarding staff. This looks like the golden apple of chaos that like Eris has. So maybe they're the combined children of Eris and Atlas? And I'm not positive myself if those gods in any mythology have had any sort of relations. Or maybe just because they're in Greek mythos, they had access to it. I'm not sure. I don't think dragons existed in Greek mythos, but sure, dragons. Dragons are cool. We want the Khaleesi reference because this is Warner Brothers. They own HBO, they own House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. So they want to throw in that reference. But like, it should have been more serpentine, maybe? I don't know. I don't like that CGI of her like shoving it in. Like, I wish it was more, it's a golden mystical item. I wish there was more like oomph to her like shoving it into the ground. She is strong, obviously. She's a demigod. Also, is this like, I forget what city they're in. They're not in like a real city. I believe they're like in Fawcett City, aren't they? I'm a little rusty on my Shazam lore. I know tidbits because of the Justice League animated series and of Young Justice. I just recently watched like a whole retrospective on the Justice League animated series and Justice League Unlimited, thanks to Jay's reviews. Shout out to him. Loved his shit. When I was sick, I just watched it because I was like, I don't have enough energy to watch all the episodes, but he went through and broke it down and still made me feel like I was appreciating the material again, which I really enjoyed. A lot of destruction. She seems surprised. I really like Helen Mirren's hair. They both have really like mystical, I'm a goddess hair, and I'm here for it. I don't understand where they are. This must be like a staff of like one of the wizards getting stolen? Like one of, you know, the wizard that gave Shazam, Billy Batson, his powers. And the same one that bestowed the powers onto Ted Adams' nephew. But then, you know, Ted Adam took. And what are they at war with? Like ideology? this is also what, like, is conflicting about having Greek mythos in modern day. There's no one in modern day, aside from, like, the Amazons, who are pretty much non-existent to the rest of the world, who believe in the gods. We don't really live in a polytheistic world. We primarily live in a monotheistic world. But why do the gods, like, how do they have power if no one's worshiping them? Why can't they just fuck off? It feels like dumb to say. Clearly the world has moved on without you, and you haven't made an effort until now to get involved. I guess Ares did try when he was getting involved with World War II, but that didn't work out. Why are you leaving it to your kids now to meddle? And again, as someone who loves the Percy Jackson series, I want to see this because it's fun to see, like, modern and Greek mythos combined. But, like, I want it to make sense. But I guess the existence of the Shazam family is an insult to the rest of the gods and the children of the gods, because they're like, you didn't earn this. You just, like, got blessed by some wizard. We don't follow the wizard. But you think they would have been consulted, because again, Atlas is the god in the Shazam acronym. You think, like, he'd be like, I'm cutting ties with you, wizard. Maybe they'll go into it. Are we supposed to know these motorcyclists? That's a lot of damage. Champions of this realm. You say this realm. Can you go to another realm and, like, fuck off? It was like, I really like Zachary Levi in this role. He's a very charming, charismatic guy. I know he has, like, some religious beliefs that, like, make him a little more right-leaning, possibly. I don't know much about it. I just know he lost his father recently, so my condolences. Anyway, I think he's very funny in this role. It's a shame not to see him continue it after this. Again, maybe this movie doing well will change that mindset, but I don't know. I think everything's already kind of set in stone for the most part. Also, I love Zachary Levi because he is Flynn Rider in the Tangled movie and the TV series. So I enjoy his humor. So I enjoy seeing him here. I wish his hair was a little more coiffed. It looks a lot flatter. But again, there's been quite a bit of time between the last movie and this one. It's like 7 years, maybe? I don't know. And again, I know, like, 2 to 3 years can be marked off because of, like, COVID, but still. I feel like they're cutting it off separately. Or, like, he just did, like, the family thing, and then no one followed the cue, which I thought was cute. So he's like, listen, I didn't go according to plan. Listen, can we just talk it out? I think you're really menacing. And then she's just like, I grow tired of this. And I appreciate that, like, she's really strong. Give them a run for their money. I like the logo falling apart here. It's really cool and kind of menacing. Again, I think there's a missed opportunity with not having Black Adam set here, but apparently The Rock was above Shazam. He's like, I want to fight Superman. Who the fuck is this Shazam guy? He was known as Captain Marvel. But, like, you're a Black Adam is a Shazam villain. Like, fuck off. And that movie was fine. It wasn't great, but it's fine. He tried his darndest, I'll give him that, but he still made it about himself. Well, that's changed. I really like this. That's so cool. I don't remember if that's from the first or second movie, but I love that imagery of him just being like, I'm going for it. Like, it's even though the characters have aged, and clearly this actor has gone through puberty between movies, it's still very much like a kid pose, and I appreciate that. And it's cute having, like, the family work together. I really enjoy this aspect. I didn't think I would, because it makes it, like, a bit crowded and muddied. Like, it's not just like Shazam being his own guy. So I see they updated the outfit. I wonder how they'll explain they changed the cape. But I do like the aspect, and I like all the colors. It's fun. So it's weird that, like, she doesn't get a different color. She's just, like, red. But I think it's because she is, like, one of the main siblings in the comic, from what I understand. I don't know. Though they might all be red in the comics. But you think they would have made her, like, maybe pink isn't a good idea, but, like, she could have been yellow. She could have been, like, the inverse of this. I don't know. I just don't know what to do this. I like her different color, though. What does that say? Catritos? This is a cool action set piece. I don't know why their thing is land. I don't really remember much of Atlas mythos, but I believe Atlas is punished to hold up the world for the rest of their life. So I don't know why there's the plant motif. You think using an earth-type element would be a sin in Atlas's eyes? I don't know. I also like seeing the damage done to the suit. You can tell, like, in the previous movie when it wasn't so much, like, a crazy magic user or a god, there wasn't as much damage done to the suit. But now you can see, because these characters are so powerful, it taints the suit, which I think is cool. And I guess it's also like, he's outmatched. He really needs his family as they're getting torn away from their powers. And yeah, I'm curious to see what happens with the rest of the suit, or if he gives up the powers entirely. I feel like it could go either way. Where are you? It's weird that we just have, like, constant contact with the wizard. I feel like we only really saw him, like, twice prominently in the first movie. So, like, can they just reach out to him? I don't understand, like, the limitations or how it works. Also, what are your powers? You could just Jedi mind trick that or Sith that. Interesting, they had to like flake off the rust of the apple for it to be effective. Maybe it was locked away. This is so cute. Shazam! Again, it's very cute. They're like doing it together. Oh, I didn't realize that. You ripped it from our father's core. Wizard! That's rude. You were just like, yoink, I'm gonna use this in this own thing. Woo! What? Again, I don't really know how it works. I just know there's a wizard, and he's like, I'm gonna bless you with these god powers. And each letter in Shazam, once you say it, is channeling a god. But I didn't think it was like, oh, I'm gonna steal your shit, and then give it to someone else. That's rude. Also, I can't tell if like this is heating up, or if it's like reflection of the light from within. But she clearly looks like she's bending the thing. Why are you at a bar? Are you meeting up with one of your siblings? Or mom? Foster mom? She's meeting up with Anne. I don't know. Is that supposed to be Gal Gadot? I don't know. But it's interesting. Maybe that's like the core. Oh my god, he's wearing like a Batman and Robin shirt. You're such a dork. I love you. I love this. This is really cute. It's also like a weird little reference. I mean, obviously it's a bat and then the Robin, the bird, but like there is a character called Man-Bat, which is part of Batman mythos, which is like a cute little nod. But I was like, oh, maybe that's a Man-Bat. But I was like, no, there's the utility and there's Robin. Where the fuck is Robin? Speaking of Robin, dceu business, James Gunn is like, I'm gonna do my own Batman along with Matt Reeves' Batman and possibly a Joker Batman existing. I'm gonna go to Damian Wayne. Damian Wayne's gonna be my Robin. And it's like, excuse me? Oh god, I'm still sick. Anyway, sorry for my sickness and freaking out, but you have to pay respects to the Robins of before. The fact that we're not getting Dickie or even Jason Todd is rude. Even Tim Drake, Dickie and Jason Todd are like so iconic. The fact that like we're just skipping to Damian is stupid. It could mean that we get Nightwing. I want to see Dick and his relationship with Bruce as their Batman and Robin, and also foster adopted son and father. Like, hello? Ugh. Like it makes me mad. Also, your world will not survive this. Then, but why did you... Oh, it looks like... Okay, so dad and mom are involved. Because they're mom genes, but cute. But, so, they're in on it now. And I guess that makes sense. Like, how do you hide the fact that there's a family of superheroes and we also keep going off while those superheroes then appear? I would like to think that one of the younger siblings fucked up accidentally. And they said, like, oh yeah, Shazam is a really cool hero. And then as they're mid-sentence, it just... And it's like, oh shit, I'm not supposed to say that. Hi. Like, that'd be really cute. It'd be kind of silly, but again, it'd be fun. I guess we need it. I have questions about the lore, and I don't know if they're changing it or if they're like actually taking from comic books. Again, the dragon seems like a lot of damage. Is this city gonna survive? It's funny with this, if any of you watch the CW Arrowverse shows, I got into it because of Arrow, the show. The city before it became Star City, I believe was Starling. And I believe it had to like pretty much get destroyed to then get renamed. So I'm like, are you gonna do that with Fawcett City? That seems weird. Come and get him. So I don't know if that's like his own stick or if like he stole that stick. Obviously it's cool, he's tackling a dragon, and also it's probably like really cool for him. He's like, I get to fight a dragon. He still has like the kid mentality. And I really enjoy that about Billy. He's such an interesting character to be in the League. I have to sneeze. God. Bless me. I hate sneezing. I hope I got that because people are weird on the internet. But it's always been debatable whether after Billy Batson is revealed to be Shazam, if he should be on the League or not. There's been contention about that in the Young Justice series, and I believe a bit in the Justice League series it was like touched upon. But then he as Captain Marvel, quit the League. If you know, you know. Again, go watch Justice League animated series. It's awesome. Though you might watch it and then be like, wow, why is the DCEU not following that? I don't fucking know. Welcome to my world. Being disappointed. I loved that series. Alright. Who are you? Are you you're not one of the siblings, are you? Are you your own thing? Oh shit, I have to look up the cast again. No, this is Rachel Zegler, who I believe, wasn't she in West Side Story? Zegler? Yeah, she was West Side Story. And she's gonna be the future Snow White for Disney, with Gal Gadot being Evil Queen. But what's Anthea's powers? Her name in the movie is Anthea. I don't know that character. I don't know what that means. I don't know what her powers are. Is she also a kid of Atlas? I don't know. The name Anthea, I think Athena, and she has like the future sight. power by the looks of it. And I'm curious, I thought he was kidnapped, but now it seems like, oh, but maybe Anthea is helping the wizard for whatever reason. But you were here. I thought he was kidnapped. I guess maybe her point, the goddess's points are not to like kidnap the kids. It's just to take their power away and be like, go away now. You're just a child. What can you do? You're mortal. I think that looks cool. I wish them floating here looked a bit more natural. They're probably on wires, unless that's just their heads and that's a CGI body, because there's something about the legs and the hands and the lighting that doesn't look quite right. But obviously it's a CGI background. They're not obviously suspending these actors so far in the air. That'd be dangerous and unnecessary. And also the lighting is weird because they're adding that in post, I believe. So like there's a lot of elements off, but I believe they like colored over it, but it's not a great looking shot. But again, I thought he was kidnapped because he's on this platform, Billy's friend, who's also like his foster sibling, I'm blanking on his name, forgive me, who got his powers taken away. But maybe outside the dome, he, the wizard, and Anthea can like do something to break them out. I don't know. Again, what is our power set? See, that's Anthea, and there's Freddy. Her name's Freddy. Hi, Freddy. But again, it seems like Anthea is in modern clothes, but she has powers. So maybe she's not a daughter of Atlas like they are, but is she like a demigod? I don't know what her deal is. I'm curious. But she's just like there. This is a cute little thing. I don't know much about, I believe this is Mary. I believe in the comics she's known as Mary Marvel. For those who don't know, Shazam used to be called Captain Marvel. But then now that Marvel, the MCU exists, and Captain Marvel, the movie, was coming out, there's contention about he also being Captain Marvel. So I believe DC conceded and said, you know what? It doesn't really make sense for him to be Captain Marvel anyway, because he says Shazam. Let's just call him Shazam. Makes sense. And Captain Marvel can be Captain Marvel because, like, it's based off of, like, Marvel, the alien. So, again, it makes sense. And she's marvelous. And whatever. And I believe that was her, like, pilot anagram nickname, like Photon, for Lashana Lynch's character. Anyway, this is a cute little thing. I think she looks cute here because it's, you don't really see a lot of superheroes in their garb sitting in front of books. But it also shows a little bit of the naivety. She is a kid, technically, in a human outer shell. So it's cute. I wonder what she's studying up on. I guess just like her Greek myth. Listen, you can go get the book at any store. I'm positive. Every kid had that Greek mythology book that was yellow and humongous and it has all like the pretty pictures and the myths in there. You can probably find Atlas's myth in there. I'm not gonna go do that. I think the book's over there. I think I can see it. I'm not wearing my glasses. Like a weirdo. And I like that he even tries to be like, just take them back. I don't want anyone in my town, my city, my family to get hurt. Like just take it back. And he's just like, no. But he's kind of doing it selfishly. Like, I don't like the wizard. Is that controversial to say? There's something about him being like this weird, ambiguous guy. He's like the last of like this council that made these like weird decisions that have been nonsensical. Like he and his friends made it so like Black Adam happened. Without considering the Rock movie, Black Adam is a villain. So him being alone and making decisions and making quote-unquote bad ones again, risking a child, it's like, it's just bad quality. Like, why are you like this? Obviously the idea of giving a kid superpowers is like, it's a marvel to think about. And obviously it's like a dream come true, especially for his friend foster mate Freddy. But it's weird and irresponsible of the wizard to do this. You understand? And he looks so offended. And I'm like, are you surprised? You put this kid, not even his kid, his family, way over their heads. Like, what were you thinking? Like, what is this? What are you doing? Also, like, search harder next time. I don't know if this is, like, one of the trees that, like, bears the golden apple, the chaos apple. But, like, I'd like to think, like, it was plucked and then, like, unfurled from its rottedness. I don't know. Again, maybe this isn't like, I'm assuming it's Olympus-y because they're above the clouds. Olympus is always like set above humanity. So it would make sense, but it kind of run down. So I thought maybe it's the temple, but the temple was last time we saw it underground. So I don't know. Again, maybe it's the temple in its prime. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing here. Is that his like little message? It's like, fix it. Fix my mistakes. I'm a dumbass. He seems like a nice guy, and it's not on the actor's fault. I just think the writing has made him out to be foolish. Like, I don't know how he's portrayed in the comics, but like, I think it's silly. And not in like it's silly, it's kids fun. I just think like it doesn't make sense. And that's not good. This movie is already like quote unquote silly because it's kind of geared towards children because the cast is primarily children in adult suits. And also, like, the way the first movie was written was also garnered towards kids. So this is also meant to bring in, I believe, kids. But, like, you need this to make sense, and it doesn't. I don't know what he's doing. Is he sending out his last prayer? His last of his God-giving powers to, like, the cosmos? There's a part of me that thinks, like, I don't think you can take them away. Like, he seems kind of, like, on his last legs of sorts. Like, that could have been the last of his, like, cosmic, godly energy. And he's like, I've made mistakes. I have to live with them. Go be free. It's interesting that the cape's on fire. You know exactly when it must be done. I don't. I feel like, again, you're putting so much responsibility of not even the city, the world, humanity, God's wrath, multiple God's wraths on the line of a 15-year-old at best. It's like, what are you doing? And yes, he could have like a consensus of talking with people because he has his team of Shazam siblings, but I don't know, it's dumb. Also, that's the Empire State Building right there. So I guess we are in New York? I don't know if that was ever cleared up because in the comics he's from Fawcett City, I'm almost positive. Fawsett, I believe it's spelled. Or it's a C instead of an S, I don't know. Like a kitchen faucet, but less silly sounding. And this is a cool idea. Like, hey, you can save the sister, but God, that whiplash would suck ass. And again, like, is he the last man standing? And I'm just like, what's the plan? Like, just sacrifice yourself and like, everything's gonna be fine. Like, I wouldn't give up my powers. I'm gonna give up being special so that I can playsate them? Like, I don't know when he got the stick. They had the stick, and now he has the stick. I don't know if it's a different stick. He's using his lightning, which is cool. These things are disturbing. Like, the teeth are weird. The skin's weird. The fact that it has, like, hair. It looks like a really scary version of, like, the nightmares from Rise of the Guardians. If you know that animated movie, and you like that animated movie, we're gonna get along. I love that animated movie. And not just because I'm a Jack Frost simp. I've gotten over it, kind of. It's Chris Pine. How do you not like him? But it's just a very fun movie. And these look like the nightmares that, the boogeyman Jude Law creates. I forget his actual name. I think his name is Knight. But he's also, like, the boogeyman. I forget. But I like that they're like unicorns. They also remind me of the things from Harry Potter that you see when you've seen death. That, Luna and Harry see in the fourth movie? Fourth. Fifth? I don't remember. It's cool. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they got them. I don't know why there's so many. I don't know what it means. So there's Anthena and there's Freddy. I'm assuming you're without your powers now, but Anthena is like with it magically, but I'm assuming her powers are not offensive, so that's why they're scared. I don't know. It's weird. And then is he getting tortured? His eyes look really weird here. And obviously, like, he's screaming. It's almost like he's like getting burned from his eyelids. It's very strange. Is he dying? He kind of needs to move the fuck on. And this thing, it's like a chimera straight up from like Mythos, but it's also like a weird take on it too. But it has like the lizard tail, lion mouth. The horns are strange. The wings and the like crocodile feet. I like that each of them get to shine. That's pretty cool. That's just like a straight up minotaur, I believe. There's a part of me that's kind of happy he doesn't have like a stereotypical bull like septum piercing. I feel like that's common in depicting minotaurs, and that's not like, I don't think that's based off anything. It also didn't look great. Like, I believe they're showing that Shazam will still win, but I don't know how. I don't know what the plan is, and I guess it's the point. Go watch the movie and find out. But like, I should have some reassurance that the plan is good because it's gonna work, but I don't know what the plan is, and it makes me think not highly of what's going on. And again, it's just CGI. It's like we're fighting a dragon. Like, again, the idea is cool because, again, a kid wants to fight a dragon. This is, like, fun. And also, dragons are fucking cool. House of the Dragon, Game of Thrones. It pertains to children and adults. But it's just another CGI thing. And I still want to see this. It's funny. I want to see this movie more than I want to see Ant-Man Quantumania. So I think that should tell you something. Despite me thinking this movie is a bit of a lost cause, I would much care to see this in theaters than see Quantumania in theaters, which is coming out, I believe, tomorrow, Thursday. It's the 15th. I believe it comes out the 17th, so Friday. But viewings start Thursday night. But I don't want to see that. I would much rather see this, but like, it's dying. And also the RT score already for Ant-Man Quantumania is rotten. But even before then, I was like, this looks messy. And apparently, King is not even worth it. But like here, I'm like, I'm curious. You have my attention. It's like watching like a vulture pick out a corpse. Do I want to like give my time to this to be excited and then to like end up with nothing? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's gonna be the downfall of this movie. And then they're like, hey, read the comics. Is any of this actually going to pertain to plots in the movie? Like, it's interesting. Like, are we going to get it? I'm assuming, like, some of these, maybe they're not his siblings. I don't know. I'll give it a like, fine. I hate to be like this negative person. Oh my god, I've almost been talking for an hour. This is gonna be a bitch to edit. But I don't know what to think of this movie. There's so much that's gonna happen and that I'm possibly gonna like. But then, like, it's over. It's done. We're not gonna revisit this. Or we are, but then we're gonna establish it with someone new and then maybe do it better or worse. I don't know. But that's not even gonna happen for a while because that's not what James Gunn wants to do. So it's like, I feel bad for this movie. What did you guys think? Like, despite this phase in the DCEU kind of dying, are you still gonna see it? I still want to see it, but I feel like, again, I'm not gonna have like an amazing time. I think it's still gonna be worthwhile and interesting, if not a little predictable, and maybe like surprise me. And I think kids will enjoy this, but there's a part of me that's upset that I'm gonna go see this and then it's no matter what, no matter if this is good, it's still gonna equate to a possible waste of time, which is upsetting to me because I want to use my time wisely. But this, again, it has my interest. So let me know if you're gonna see this. Are you excited for this movie? Are you excited for the new phases in the DCEU? Do you think James Gunn's gonna do a good idea? I have my reservations. Like and subscribe for more content. Thank you for the support so far. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.